All right, guys, let's talk about the kidneys. Okay, and let's talk about how important they are. For me, the kidneys and the adrenal glands, the kidneys and the adrenal glands, um, on top of them, they are like the battery packs of the body. That's how I consider them. I consider them to be the battery packs of the body. Okay, they are kind of like the seat of where the true power comes from, your innate power. Not you drinking a Starbucks coffee or taking an energy drink or taking something to boost your energy up. I'm talking about your innate, natural, you wake up, you have energy type of energy. That is coming from your kidneys and your adrenal glands. Okay, your kidneys and your adrenal glands. They're going to rule over pretty much every aspect of your body. Okay, they're going to rule over your nervous system. They're going to rule over your circulation or your blood. Um, they're going to rule over your lymphatic system. Okay, so keeping your kidneys and your adrenal glands in tip top shape should be everybody's number one priority. The kidneys and the adrenal glands, they are damaged the most by emotional trauma. So I would say most of society has some type of kidney and adrenal damage. Okay, just from colonization hundreds of years ago, most of society has this trauma that is stuck inside the kidneys. And the kidneys are deal with the emotion of fear. Okay, and we live in a very fearful society. Fear is kind of how they run this entire thing. Okay, so as you can see, our kidneys are on attack on a daily basis just off of that alone. Minus the coffee addicts that we have and the caffeine addicts that we have, which completely destroys your nervous system, completely destroys your kidneys and adrenal glands specifically. Um, but and besides the all the very acidic drinks that we have, like not just the coffee, but also the sodas and all these sugary juices, all these fake sugary juices that we buy prepackaged in the stores, all of those are doing your kidneys, I mean, an immense amount of damage. Red Bull and Monster as well. Hell to the fuck yes. Red Bull and Monster, fuck yes. They're destroying your kidneys. They're destroying your nervous system. To where if, I know a lot of people who if they don't have it, they feel depleted. Or the people who aren't used to it and do drink it every once in a while, they get it's like they took some coke. And then you have the people that are so depleted that they take these types of things that are stimulants that are supposed to put you in overdrive and they feel normal. Those are the scariest ones. I know some people are like, "What? I drink 5 coffees a day. I don't feel nothing. I just drink it for the flavor. Caffeine does nothing to me." I'm like, "Holy shit." Your nervous system is so depleted that it needs stimulation in order for it to be, quote, normal. Okay, so be very careful with what you're drinking, guys. Caffeine is a dangerous road to go down. Okay, what you can replace it with, if I'm gonna plug something of mine, it's gonna be our energia tea. This is like your herbal coffee replacement. No, it does not taste like coffee. I didn't want it to taste like coffee, but it will replace the energy that the coffee gives you and also restore the damage. That's the most important part. Restore the damage that coffee brought to you and that caffeine and energy drinks and stuff like that brought to you. Red Bull and Monster have so much sugar, it's bad. I'm telling you guys, those are like crack. Those are legit like crack. Okay, crack cocaine. Those are It's not much of a difference between. I think I'd rather take the cocaine. um, because they're so normalized that your addiction isn't even categorized as an addiction. That's the scary part. The people who drink 10 colas a day, pre workouts for sure. The same with pre workouts, energy drinks. Those are normalized. So it's even scarier because one, you can buy them pretty much anywhere you go. Anywhere you turn, you can buy a energy drink. And then two, the problem of it being normalized is that it's just overused even more. So like cocaine, you would have to. Most people would wait till the end of the night, or when they go party, or something like that. They would have to hide away and do it, right? Because of the stigma around it. But with things like caffeine, energy drinks, coffee, these things are normalized. So I can be sipping one right next to you, and you don't even know that I'm getting this high. Or not that I even know that, you just don't even care, you know? So I think those are even more dangerous just because of how um, accessible it is to anybody at all ages. So when it comes to these energy drinks, what they're doing is, again, they are stimulants. So I always say, if you have to be careful with stimulants. I don't care what the stimulant is. I don't care if it's caffeine. I don't care if it's porn. I don't care if it's I don't care what it is. If you are being stimulated from it, then you run the risk of dependency. You have to be very, very careful with stimulants. There has to be a lot of intention, a lot of it can't be from, it can't come from a place of need, because then you really become dependent on it. Stimulants are very dangerous. All right, you should be very cautious with stimulants. Can they be medicinal in a certain capacity? Yes. So I'll have some people, whenever I say coffee is killing you, or I make one of those types of posts, I'll have people say coffee is medicinal. Sure, our ancestors used coffee as medicine because they saw the beans. They had certain they had certain actions, and um, in acute situations, I can see why it would be medicinal. Okay, however, drinking a stimulant every single day of your life, a lot of people multiple times a day, for not just days, weeks, months, years, I'm talking decades, that's not medicinal. Nor is that quote unquote balance or moderation, what they try to trick you with. Everything in moderation. Moderation isn't taking one thing a day every day. That's 365 days a year that you use something. That's not fucking moderation. What is moderation to you guys? Figure out what moderation is for you guys. Moderation should come in when it's needed in an acute situation. Moderation isn't every single day, guys. That's how they get you. Just a little bit at a time. Just a little bit of time. Moderation, moderation. And then that little bit of a time adds up to a lot over time. And that's how they get you. My adrenal glands are shot. I'm sleepy and have no energy. 25/8. Damn. Damn. No coffee. Well, I'm glad you're not doing the coffee. But here's a couple things that you're going to do. One, I want to ask, do you smoke? Real OGD. Do you smoke? Marijuana, to be exact. For one, I want to ask that. Two, what's your sleep schedule like? Do you go to sleep before 11, before 10 o'clock every night? Because your sleep schedule will determine the health of your adrenal glands as well. 12 to 7. Do your best to go to sleep before 11. Really before 10 if you want, because your adrenal glands are shot. Go to sleep at 8 or 9 o'clock. And when you wake up at like 5 or 6 or 7, you're going to feel so rejuvenated. And that's because during the times of about 10 to 12 or 10 to 2 a.m., that's when your body's doing the most regeneration. That's when your body is in its deepest of deepest sleeps. That's when your body's doing the most recovery. And if you are going to sleep at 12, you're not going from falling asleep at 12 to an intense deep sleep at 12:01, right? How long does it take for you to get to a true deep sleep? I'm not sure. Depends. 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes, I'm not sure, up to you, but you're cutting close to that 2 a.m. time. You know what I mean? And then you have to look into, are you eating anything at night? Because if you're eating something at night, then guess what? You think you're sleeping, but your body's not actually sleeping because it's digesting. It's not just going to say, hold on, let me just sleep. Let's leave that thing in the middle of wherever and let's go to sleep. It don't work like that. So you think you're sleeping, but you're not in your deepest of sleeps. You're kind of halfway in, halfway out because your body is digesting something. And that's why this American society that tells you to eat steaks and potatoes and eggs and shit, the heaviest of the heaviest foods at nighttime, is the worst thing that you can do. Okay? 12 to 8, I eat and drink juices and smoothies. Cool. So, OGD, if you can fall asleep around that 10 o'clock, that's your sweet spot, for one. Two, make sure that you have a very dark room. If not, get one of those like eye cover things. I don't know what they call those things. Sleep masks, I think that they call them. Get one of those, and that's gonna allow your body to get in the deepest of. That's gonna allow your body to get in the deep sleep. Okay, because it's gonna cover up the light, and that's gonna help your pineal gland secrete more melatonin, helping you get more and more and more relaxed and more into a deeper sleep. Okay, so a sleep mask, going to sleep at 10 a.m. These are like the non. These are um, the external things that you can do. As far as internal things and things that you can eat, I would go towards the licorice root. That's personally my favorite for the adrenal glands. Licorice root is in. Highly recommend. Highly recommend this OGD or Enidhia tea. No caffeine. It has licorice root in there. It's gonna bring you a good awake, alive, kind of like refreshed feeling. No jitters, no crash or anything like that. Okay, I would highly recommend this Enidhia tea. You can grab the 2 ounce sample pack or the 4 or the 8 ounce. For you, I would grab, since you have the adrenal fatigue that bad, I would grab 4 ounce and just drink 2 cups a day. You can make it in the morning time, a big batch, or you can make it at night before you go to sleep and then drink it in the morning. But you can do 2 cups, one in the morning and then another one in the afternoon time. A lot of people say they just need 1 cup and they're good. But because you told me your adrenal glands are fatigued, you might be you might have to pick it up to 2. But that's perfectly fine too. That's perfectly safe. And it tastes good. It has licorice, it has cinnamon, it has dandelion root, so it's like nutty, sweet, you know what I mean? Cinnamon, like spicy. It honestly tastes like a somebody said it tastes like it's on our reviews. It said what was that? Snickerdoodle. Somebody said it tastes like Snickerdoodle, which is actually pretty accurate. You can put honey in it if you like, if you want it even more sweeter. But um, yeah, our Enidhia tea, highly, highly recommend that. If you don't want to grab the tea, just grab licorice root, straight off of Etsy or Amazon or wherever you go for your herbs, and you can drink 2 cups a day of that. Okay, that's for anybody who has adrenal fatigue. Can do exactly what I just said. Okay, also the things like strawberries. If you look at strawberries, they actually kind of look like adrenal glands. They look like little pyramids. Okay. Anise. I'm not sure about anise. I mean, I personally, everybody uses herbs differently, which I think is really cool. But I personally have never used. Um, I've personally have never used anise for adrenal, fatigue or adrenal anything. I mostly use anise as the carminative, meaning that it expels gas. So I like it for that reason. Um, but like I said, everybody uses herbs differently. But me personally, I have no idea on anise for adrenal glands. How long does it take to heal adrenal glands? That's another thing. Adrenal glands, it depends on your daily lifestyle. Like I said, adrenal glands, they are highly affected by emotions, by emotional trauma. So you're taking your herbs, you're going to sleep on time, but during the day, you're all holding your breath and ah, ah, mad all the time or annoyed all the time or you stressed out all the time. It's doing a number on your adrenal glands. So you have to be able to control your emotions. You have to be able to breathe properly. That's what I did to heal a combination of everything that I named. Okay, a combination of everything that I named, along with proper breathing, deep breathing, using your belly to breathe. That's how you heal your adrenal glands. So it really it depends. It depends on somebody's environment, if somebody's situation, if somebody is in a dangerous situation, somebody's in a really violent place, or somebody's in a violent relationship, or a violent home or something like that, or they're at a really stressful job, and it's going to be tough to heal your adrenal glands. It's going to take a while to heal your adrenal glands. You know what I mean? Because like I said, they're very affected by emotions. So controlling your emotions. So OGD and everybody else who has questions about the adrenal glands, control your breathing. Deep breathing, intentional breathing with your nose. Deep, slow breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth, especially if you feel yourself getting a little antsy, you feel yourself getting a little jittery because you're stressed or you're anxious or something like that. That's going to be huge, 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 huge.